Welcome back, everybody, to Triton Cup 53. My name is Bio, and I'm joined here by Manic, and that was unfortunately our last set of the evening. It was a great time commentating for all of you. Manic, tell me, where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at ManicFluffyCat, all one word, and on Twitch, where I definitely totally stream, maybe, at manicsblast.tv. Where can we find you, Bio?
You can all find me on Twitter as well at bio__29. And without further ado, as fun as it was, we are now going to pass it on to your next two commentators for the evening, Weef and Spy. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hello, I am Weef, and I'm joined here by Spy. As Bio said, that loser, we're taking it over from them from now until the scores are settled and the winner is decided at the very end. But introducing this set, we have Onetricks versus Chew Mafia. Spy, do you have any thoughts on this matchup that we're about to see?
I actually don't really have any expectations because I'm not prepared, Weef. I'm really not.
Oh, it's all good. I just Chew Mafia is a kind of well-established team here. We've seen them a few times, I believe, if not in Triton and other Dapple events. Versus Onetricks might be a pickup here, but I assume that they're all Onetricks, which is going to be interesting. Onetricks on a team always leads into some interesting compositions, and I'm excited to see that as we head on to Brinewater zones here. Of course, zones being the only mode that we can see here. Do you have any opinions on Brinewater zones?
Now, I really am not a big fan of zones maps that have this like block in the middle, because it's so annoying to paint the zone that way. I don't know, I'm like the only one who thinks like that, but I'm so stressed out by that.
Yeah. We see on the side of Onetricks, we have a range blaster, an E-leader, flings on a shot, a relatively passive comp, or one that's gonna kind of struggle against faster pace gameplay, but that E-leader is gonna be super dominant on this map. But we do see on the other side is running an anchor as well. Snipes on that bow over there, accompanied by two splashes in the machine, as is kind of standard in this meta. I'm excited to see what Onetricks can do as we start into it. Looks like they already have the lead, and with that E-leader on the block in the middle, you said it's difficult to paint around, but it's certainly a great spot for that E-leader to hold, so we're going to see how this goes.
Yeah, especially because of that machine that's already really aggressive with the fizzy bombs, and the bow's just kind of being kind of pressured right here. It got eliminated by that range blaster, but that gets certainly picked off, even though they got a trade. And right now, Chew Mafia is really onto their way to get the lead. But it seems like Onetricks, the sniper is doing a really great job right now. They get some really good picks, and they actually stopped Chew Mafia from getting the lead by 1 point, and right now they have the penalty, so they just gotta work that off right now, and maybe haul Onetricks that way.
Two wave breakers on the board. We're going to see one of those come out to keep pressure on the zone. But Object Shredder Bow is absolutely ridiculous in this game and can one-shot that wave breaker right away. So we're going to see Onetricks, still taking down their timer, but Chew Mafia is putting that penalty on them and is starting to regain control. But 2 down on the side of Onetricks as we move into the 3.5 minute mark here. Chew Mafia is looking like they are about to gain the lead here. Onetricks does have some specials on the board. They all are 4 up. I see that Flingza charging missiles, as Flingzas always are doing, but they're still kind of struggling to regain control. Wavebreaker out, kind of accompanying that E-leader, and I don't know, it's just that the range blaster, it seems kind of be struggling to get picks here. Right as I say it gets one. Wavebreaker going to come out again, hopefully not canceled by a bow shot, and looks like Onetricks has the zone yet again, stopping Chew Mafia in their tracks.
Yeah, and right now, the Trizuka is coming up from that splatter shot, and that E-leader is again just spacing out the enemies, and there's one person that just dropped right. The machine is kind of sharking there, just kind of trying to get some kind of picks like that. The Flinker roller just got picked off, and the splash and splatter shot are just fighting over their lives, and the splash wins this 1v1. And just like that, Chew Mafia has a really good number advantage, and they could just use their special to gain even more pain and more advantages like that, especially because that shooter is just kind of being hauled out, especially because they don't really have a Trizuka right now, and the splash is just kind of trying to get picks, even though it's really hard at that ledge because they're just all sharking there, and the Flingza actually gets to fight and not paint missiles. That's great. I love fighting.
The Flinga fought after getting their missiles out, of course, which is really assisted in getting Chewits out of their base. Chewits had an incredibly strong hold there. We saw that opening up with a crab tank on the ramp, which is just so powerful. Getting an anchor or a crab tank or anything with long range on that ramp is a death sentence for the enemy team. But Onetricks, you know, starting to take down, their penalty is up. They're starting to take down their points, approaching that mark where they're going to be starting to get a little bit of control on the ramp here. Chewits Mafia is very close to losing their lead here. It's 2 down on the side of Onetricks, but with that leader looking over the zone, it's going to be kind of hard to go in. It really slows down the pace of play for the enemy team. They can't capitalize on their advantage, and that's going to be Onetricks gaining the lead in this last little bit here. Can they hold it long enough to KO, or will they be, or will Chewits be able to respond?
Yeah, now the range blasters is kind of trying to get to that ledge and getting some picks, because I just feel like that's a perfect spot for a range blaster right now. And they actually can hold the zone. The wavebreaker is coming up. The blaster goes down. The shot is just trying to paint. They actually won this. Oh my god, I actually love this, because this is an off-meta comp and they won. This meta is not busted.
I mean, a lot in this meta, you can see a lot of different things work as long as you have the skill to back it up. And even though this comp kind of struggled to get back in, they were able to hold extremely well. That shot got some beautiful picks with Trizuka that I think just allowed them to open in. And once you get an E-leader up on this map, as long as they don't get picked off, it's just really hard to dislodge them. And so, very good performance on Onetricks here, and I'm excited to see as they go into the next game. We are gonna have to wait to see what it is for a counter pick, of course, though.
Yeah. I feel like they could pick the same weapons again. You know, Onetricks.
Onetricks, I did see that one of the players, I forget exactly who, but it was the player on the shot, did have, I think, 2 Forge badges, or not Forge badges, but Splattershot Pro badges.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
I mean, you could certainly see that one of those being pulled out. Maybe not V Pro, even though Crab Tank is ridiculous. It's still just not a great weapon in general, especially with line marker. Even though line marker did get buffed, it's still not great. We are gonna see the counter pick being Flat Zone's Flounder, though. A very controversial one, one that, you know, has a lot of division about it. I've seen a lot of debate, especially recently on things like Twitter, where people are like, it's so bad versus it's so good. There's so many flank options versus you have to fight uphill to get back into the zone. What's your stance?
I absolutely love this map. I do not understand how people don't like this map. I mean, I've already loved this map ever since Splatoon 1. It was like my favorite map of all time, and I'm so glad that this map is back. I mean, yeah, the high ground is kind of a problem, but still, this map is really great. It's definitely one of my top 3 maps right now. I love it so much.
Just out of curiosity, what weapons do you main?
I main Splatana Wiper, T-Tech, and Inkblot.
There we go. It seems like it's pretty split, where the aggro players love it and the more backline players hate it. Which, I mean, of course, it's a map where backlines don't really flourish all too much, unlike so many of the other maps in Splatoon 3, and so it's actually a very wise counter pick from Chewits here. Running the bow, it can play around the angles of this map, it can kind of help get in, or they might even switch off to backless altogether, depending on what they're feeling in the moment, and the rest of their comp was really aggressive, versus Onetricks, who, you know, the range is pretty slow, the Flingza is slow, their only real force of aggression is the shot, and because their name is Onetricks, it looks like they're going to be staying with the same comp, and same on the other side as well.
Yeah, I kind of expected Onetricks to stick to their weapons because they're Onetricks. I mean, it's kind of disappointing to still see a Flingza that is gonna paint for missiles. We just see them on the map, like, dude, do some fighting! Do some fighting, please!
Well, they're gonna come in with those missiles.
That is to be expected. We already have such a big variety of special weapons coming up right now. We saw the Tri-Strike, we saw the missiles, of course, and the blasters being picked up by the machine that also got picked up, and another person got also picked up. It was the Splatter shot, and we already see the Crab Tank already overhauling the other team, and they already got the zone, and like that they use some more specials like the Kill Rate 5.1, and Onetricks is really being kind of pressured right now. They have a number disadvantage. And right now they only have like the Flingza on their side and the Splatter shot, and the Flingza is just gonna pay for missiles, so they can really fight.
Yeah, Triton Mafia coming out with a very strong hold, and it looks like they're not going to be dislodged quite yet, as their push to 60 is being pushed even further. We're going to see Onetricks try to come out here from the left, getting a pick on the splashes is actually pretty huge there. Coming out with the special weapons, Flings up painting the zone. Either they're going to be kind of holding that right zone, making it a little bit more difficult for them to move up and progress, but zone still has not been capped, penalty has not been applied, and as these players fight it out under the mid bridge, going down hand and unlovable hand, it's still into its Mafia side as they're going to continue to take down the timer.
Yeah, and right now the E-leader is that was a beautiful kill. Really appreciate that kill. And wait, what was I gonna say? I forgot. Okay, the kill by 5.1 is going up by the bow, and right now the splatter shot has its Trizuka, and it also utilizes that right now, even though they don't really have the point of view, and the machine actually sharks it off and gets the pick that way, and they just trying to get to the upper hand, and just like that, the charger is alone, and they can really do anything right now because they're being hauled out by the other team. And we see that Booyah Bomb coming out from the machine, and there's the shot trying to get just trying to kind of be a sneaky little fellow and trying to hit the machine, but the machine actually gets them. And right now, they really have a numbers advantage, and yeah, just like that, Chew Mafia won. That was fast.
Not a single point on the board for Onetricks, unfortunately. That's kind of one of my other issues with Flounder zones, is that it's a double zones map, and these zones are very far away from each other in terms of control. Like, you have to, it really takes effort to just go from getting one zone to the other, and it's super stally in a lot of circumstances, and even if you can get it back, you just don't get the cap like you need to a lot of the times because it just takes so much control. A single burst bomb can effectively neutralize the zone, which is really, really rough in a lot of circumstances. But Chew Mafia taking it to 1-1 over here, and I'm guessing Onetricks that's probably going to be their worst map. Their E-leader just does not have a chance to have much impact on the game. The angles just don't really work out for it. And it's just kind of hard to get back in. It's hard to find a spot to where you're not going to be immediately pressured by 5 billion 50 bombs and machines and all that kind of stuff. And so, as we see, they are going to kind of pick the Mako Mart, which is a very powerful map for them. The Range Blaster is going to do work. That Flings is going to do work. Just a very advantageous choice for them. And I'm excited to see how this goes. Chew Mafia's comp is no laughing matter either on this map. A lot of things can work here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like if Mincemeat was in this map pool, I feel like we could have seen Mincemeat. Just because it's a charger map, and I feel like the Range Blaster is also really strong on that map. But I'm actually glad that this map is not in the map pool, because, I mean, it's terrible.
It's been sweet. I think we've all seen the Nintendo tournament that has like a map list. It's like Sturgeon and Mincemeat, Eel Tail, Undertow, vomit-worthy map list right there.
Yeah, Big Flounder. Why? Mincemeat?
Looks like once again Onetricks living up to their name, sticking with the same comp, and it's yet another double splash machine bow comp from Chew Mafia. You know, the kind of standard comp in this meta with a little bit of a twist with snipes on that bow. Already going to be going in, getting control, just trying to duke out and min and get out of this neutral game as fast as possible. Chew Mafia going to get the first cap, but is it going to last? As these missiles come out, we'll have to see.
I mean, Chew Mafia already got a numbers advantage right now. 2 people are down on the side of Onetricks. And the Range Blaster can't really move right now. They don't have that much paint. And right now they're also setting up that Wave Breaker, and the Crab is really pushing it. And they actually get the kill. That was really, really sad right there. And we already see so much special usage. We saw the Wave Breaker, we see the Killer Whale. There are 2 people down on the left. The Flingza's actually trying to fight but gets picked off. When they have the missiles, that's so unfortunate for the Flingza. And just like a wipeout, oh my god.
Yeah, with that wipe, Chew Mafia is going to move in even further. Snipes on that left stack, going to be putting out a ton of pressure, making it so where they can't drop from the left, and I believe they have a member on the right as well. I think it's that machine going to be sniped, or he's kind of striking over there. Onetricks is starting to move back in the zone. They get a triple! Slow! But are they going to be able to cap the zone in time? No, it's only the range. A heartbreaking end to a near clutch situation. Oh my god.
Dude, I actually think they would have deserved the cap. I mean, that shot just got a triple kill with the Trizuka. That would have been so satisfying.
You know, we saw a lot of at the beginning of this game, people were like, Trizuka is so strong. We were seeing so many V-shots in the meta. Not, you know, it was still machine dominated, but V-shot had a solid niche. And then it fell out of favor because people were like, it's a jackpot special. You have to get really lucky or really good with it. And now that people have been playing the game for, what, 6 months almost, people have gotten really, really good with that Zuka, and now it is a force to be reckoned with. Let's see, we've got Onetricks counterpicking to Inkblot zones. We're gonna see how that comes out here, and I'm just really curious as to see if they're gonna be able to take it back once again, if we're gonna see any other clutch Zuka plays, or if Chew's Mafia is going to take this set 3-1. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I agree. And to be honest, I don't like this map mode. It's so overrated.
I know you were saying you don't like it when there's a block in the zone, I'd imagine that.
Yeah, I feel like
that's
that's not even the main issue in this. I don't know, it's just way too small, and I feel like this is one of these block maps that actually, like, the tower is actually something I like in this, but I don't know, it's just, no, I don't like it.
I think it's pretty fun to fight around the block in mid. It feels like dancing, you're just kind of, running around, spinning like a Scooby-Doo movie almost, where you appear on one side and somebody appears on the other side and you circle around, and now you're on the opposite side. It's all that kind of thing, but it is match point. We'll see if Chew's Mafia can take it home, or if Onetricks on the same comp, of course. I don't think that's going to change much ever here. We'll see if they can finally take another game.
I think they could take one game more, and we already see the Flings pinning for the missiles. Do some fighting, please. I want some fighting happening right now. We already see that Chew's Mafia is not playing around and is already trying to get the zone. And the Flings, of course, using its missiles to move everyone so they can't move. And we already see so much special usage at the beginning. We see really early specials like Trizuka and Kill Whale, and of course the Crab Tank. And we basically just saw every special that is available in this game except for the Booyah Bomb. And once again, the Flings are trying to fight and it gets picked off immediately. I feel like that's just something the Flings shouldn't do, even though it would be kind of funny.
Yeah, we saw Onetricks doing really, really well in that first game, that they took on Brinewater zones, but here it kind of feels like their confidence has been shaking. They have just been not taking as many fights, not been holding as far or as strong, and I'm just kind of concerned that their mental has been shaken, and, you know, after losing your counterpick is kind of always a disheartening thing, and as Chew's Mafia approaches 30 points in only a minute, we'll have to see if Onetricks is able to get in at all. Flingza goes down, Range Blaster goes down, it is only the E-Leader on the field, and their team is going to have to come in quick if they want any chance at taking this game.
Yeah, and right now everything that the Charger can do is just set down the Wave Breaker, and the machine is sharking at that ledge so maliciously, it's so evil, and really quickly again, Chew's Mafia won this game. I'm still proud of Onetricks though, because they won with a really off meta pick, like we saw a Range Blaster. That's something you don't see every day.
Yeah, a lot of respect for sticking with their guns, literally and metaphorically, playing what's fun instead of necessarily bending to the meta. There's a lot of respect both ways. Meta is fun, off meta is good. Peace and love on planet Earth, to be honest. But Chew's Mafia does prove that they are the superior team, at least in zones, and we'll see how they progress on as this tournament marches forward and we get closer and closer to the end. I think that's going to be it for us for now. We're going to a short break before we will be right back with the next round.
See ya.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a getting started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our Captain Forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!